So I'm gonna just show you guys this to let you know what's going on here.
Harley Quinn.
DC, you gotta fix your app.
You wanna know who's in my top 10? Yeah. Me, and me again. Run and tell them that it ain't pretend. No fake news, CNN.
Hey there everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood nerd. My name is Tyra and welcome to my internet home. Today we're going to be reacting to the third episode of Harley Quinn. So before we get started, I just have to give a special thanks to every single one of my neighborhood nerds who have subscribed to me. We are on the journey to 20K by the end of 2020. So please feel free to subscribe and become a part of the journey. I upload new videos weekly for you guys. Alright, so back to the topic. We are going to be reacting to the third episode of Harley Quinn, which is called So You Need a Crew. Alright, so let's not waste any more time and get straight into this video.
Crews are overrated. You know, it's like some very successful supervillains work alone. Like, look at this guy. Look at Dr. Psycho. Perfect example. Doesn't have a crew, yet still taking on Wonder Woman. Like a champ.
Still too scared to fight me with your own hands, Psycho?
What a grand idea! I'm sorry, what's that? Do you really want your last words to be... That really hurt, you...
Holy shit.
Well, see, if he'd had a crew, they would have told him to use the B word instead. And I dumped that bum weeks ago.
You didn't go back to him?
Yeah, like you always do.
No, I'm on my own now. So, when can these guys start?
Oh, I'm sorry, these men are unavailable.
For how long?
For...
Ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, forever.
Well, I don't need ya. I don't need any of ya. I'll put together my own crew who's excited to work with a real up-and-comer.
If you get back together with Joker, our doors are always up.
In the big city.
I thought you were playing the role of literal piece of shit.
Not yet.
No, it's in my hair.
Now, I'm a literal piece of shit.
Okay. Is it Clayface or Fuckface?
Hey man, here, thinking about doing a caper, gang. Not sure what, might steal something, might kidnap somebody.
Mr. Zeus, I tried those things and they didn't work.
You can't let rejection stop you. Think about the big boys. Darkseid, Luther, Maxie. Are we quitters?
Hell
Neither are you.
Okay, I'm out.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know you were busy.
No, come in. Just letting my legs breathe.
You were so inspiring. If you don't mind, I got a couple questions.
And I've got one big answer.
I knew it.
Wow, that's just like one of those paintings, you know, where the eyes follow you, except nope, it's just your greased up nipples.
Just between us, I painted it.
Weird. So, hey, I was wondering if you'd just give me some pointers.
Well, I can certainly give you one.
Ah, got it. So you're just a creepy dick. I'm not fucking you.
Oh.
God, here we go. All right, so look, there's a glass ceiling for female supervillains, okay? Like, sure, we're tolerated, but as long as we don't get too powerful.
Aren't you being a little dramatic?
Guess whose naive ass hasn't heard of the Queen of Fables? Go on, Ivy. Tell your story. I'll set the mood.
A lot of people are going to hate this
All
episode.
right. Thanks, Frank. So, a long time ago, way back in the 80s, you know, there was this powerful sorceress, right? She's known as the Queen of Fables. Fed up by being a footnote to the male supervillains, she decided to turn Gotham into an evil force by using sorcery to pull characters from the pages of storybooks. Until she had a whole army at her command.
Well, what happened to her?
Ask her yourself.
Donate to charities. FYI. Bailing out your klepto aunt with the snow globe fetish. I mean, a guy robs a bank, he's a criminal mastermind. Woman robs a bank,
She's a crazy bitch.
exactly. Think about it. A male supervillain can literally look like a deformed penguin. But God forbid, we outshine them even a little bit, and into the fucking textbook we go. Forever.
Yeah, you can get as big as you want. As long as you don't get bigger than them.
Yeah, you get it. And your ambition won't just hurt you, it'll hurt the people you care most about.
Birthday cake for the boss at 4.
Thanks, Mark.
God, I hate this place. But at least I'm not on the streets turning tricks for cash anymore.
Who knows? Maybe your story will turn out different. I couldn't get a crew because no one believed in me.
Women like this one.
Now, I know. Giganta. Girl, how you feeling about all this?
She is devastated that the world is attacking a man she knows is so kind, is so loving.
Let's hear it in her own words.
Those are her own words. I'm a telepath, right? She thinks it, I say it. Isn't that right, huh? She said right.
She did not say right.
Did y'all hear her say right?
She was talking to me! An individual person who exists outside of you! Get a person who, for years, you mind controlled into thinking they love you. A person who is leaving you! Why you get back here, you miserable...
Holy shit. He just became like the least employable person on earth.
Exactly.
Alrighty, so that was a great episode. Surprisingly, it was very political, and I have a strong feeling that many people are not gonna like this episode. Why? Because it was so political. So let's break this episode down. In the first scene, it starts with Harley Quinn trying to get a warhead from some Russian train. She ends up meeting the Joker there, unexpected to her knowledge, and she gets tossed to the side. Joker takes the warhead, and Harley Quinn is pissed off. The Joker was able to get the upper hand on her once again, but she figured out the reason why, which is because she did not have a crew. So that brings us into the theme of the whole episode, Harley Quinn getting her crew. Now, I think this was the best episode. I think this episode did a fun job of talking about all the little sexual stereotypes that females go through. Like I said, I know a lot of people aren't gonna like this topic because a lot of men, they don't really like to think about the real issues that us females go, especially in the superhero community. And when a man or a woman tries to speak up on those issues, they're instantly labeled a social justice warrior. I just went off on a whole tangent. It was nice to see kind of Harley Quinn talk about it on the show, because she actually does have her own movie coming out, and the Book of Fables lady, I don't know if that's a real thing. I'm probably gonna look that up. So since Harley Quinn has this strong ideal that getting her a team of henchmen will take her from villain to super villain, to finally get her recognized as not just Joker's girlfriend, but an actual super villain on her own, because she's trying to become a queen pin. So she's on the road to becoming a queen pin, kind of like I'm on a road to getting 20 subscribers.
Please excuse my self-promotion.
20K subscribers. She goes to seminars with Poison Ivy. She has this one they go to this one villain motivator, that's what I'll call him, who is kind of like Tony Robbins is. That's
who here's ever failed? And no one raised their hand in the whole fucking room. So I paused and I said, I know you're out there, I can hear your hearts beating. Who here has ever failed? And I demanded an answer, and then a few people raised their hand. I said, who here has ever failed? And now they started to comply. So I said, great, when you failed, why did you fail? And
that's basically who this character definitely was modeled after. And while Harley Quinn is trying to think of this henchman who could be in her henchman group, they're watching the news, and we see Wonder Woman fighting some short Dr. Psycho or whatever, and he calls her a taking a deeper look into Dr. Psycho, I think they did a pretty good job using him as a vehicle to kind of like show how Hollywood kind of treats these men who may not be sexist per se, but kind of reinforce some of the sexist stereotypes and stuff like that. We see that he's not sexist, but like, yeah, he may say some sexist things. So he becomes super hated by the world. The Legion of Doom, all the evil things that they do, they're like, yo, sexism is where we draw the line, and he is out of the Legion of Doom. Which is pretty funny because they are quick to do that to anyone who gets accused of something serious, which not to get too political, if there's reasonable evidence, then that's definitely the appropriate action to take, you know. But yeah, he gets kicked out of the Legion of Doom, so he's all kind of and upset with the world around him. Harley Quinn uses it as a reason why she wants him on his team in the first place, because that's how a lot of men make her feel, with Maximus Zeus kind of showing how a decent a portion of directors, which is kind of like a little bit more common than we tend to think, they'll have these women sleep with them to get into a higher position. And obviously he wanted Harley Quinn to do a little something to him, but Harley Quinn, you know, this is the Harley Quinn show. She's the bad bitch that she is. She's gonna do it on her own. And Poison Ivy, she even sent her to the original female supervillain who wanted to do that, and it was the Queen of Fable, who or at least in this show was a black woman, which is like a whole nother topic of what that says, because historically speaking, black people have been the root of change for a lot of good things that we have today. But that's another video. They try to say how instead of getting sent to Arkham, she was trapped in a book. I mean, I get what they were trying to go for, but I mean, Harley's been sent to Arkham. Like, I get what they're trying to go for, but like, I mean, truthfully, Harley's been sent to Arkham, Poison Ivy's been sent to Arkham, but I mean, besides those two, like, who are the other females, you know? So maybe she does have a point. So Harley uses that as her motivation to get her own crew, which she does. She ends up recruiting Dr. Psycho and Clayface, who is absolutely amazing on this episode. Him and his characters cracked me up. They infiltrate Zeus's, I'm just gonna call him Zeus's house, and they rob his ass while Clayface tries to try to act as his son, which he was a overdramatic actor, so you could obviously tell, or Zeus obviously told him, so Zeus could obviously tell he was being finessed, and he started beating the shit out of Clayface. And Dr. Psycho saved his life. He was a real one. I mean, I love Dr. Psycho. He's not a bad guy. I mean, see, I feel like Dr. Psycho is kind of like how a lot of these men are in this community. Yeah, let me say that a little clearer. Now, I feel like Dr. Psycho is kind of like a general representation of how a lot of these men are in the superhero cartoon community. So he's not a bad guy. He just says some bad things sometimes. So I feel like that's kind of like a general representation of the men in this community when it comes to speaking on things like the sexism, the racism, the the political topics. So they may say some fucked up things because they kind of don't really understand the historical context that media plays in shaping our beliefs. So another aspect in this episode, which is why it's one of my favorite, because there's so many political statements being made. You could take Harley Quinn wanting to become a queen pin sort of as like a startup business. So basically we're watching her pursue her business, I'll say, from the ground up as a woman. She's getting rejected from all these opportunities that can easily come presented to someone who is a male. So we see that aspect of it when she's trying to get her henchmen to begin with. But at the end of the day, Harley Quinn does what she says that she was going to do. She gets that warhead and she sells it, and she has her own highway. And that is where the episode ends. Girl power. But yeah, just like my opinions matter, I think your opinions matter. So please feel free to share your opinions down on the comments below. Did you enjoy this episode? Was it your favorite episode like it was mine? Was it your least favorite episode? Don't be afraid to let me know what you think. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. And if you want to become a neighborhood nerd, which you should, or feel free to subscribe and become a part of my internet home. So remember, embrace the geek and stay thriving.